we can't always tell who the good guys are and who the bad guys are. We don't always know what the proper course of action is. So we're sometimes tempted to withdraw to our own private lives, our own private struggles and ambitions, our own private gardens. But this is not one of those times. Today, we know what is right and we know what is wrong. The slaughter of innocents is wrong. 2 million people driven from their homes is wrong. Women gang raped while gathering firewood is wrong. Silence, acquiescence, paralysis in the face of genocide is wrong. Those of us who occupy this building during the week are aware of what's going on in Darfur. If you take a poll of senators and representatives, they will tell you that they too are against genocide. This administration, unfortunately, has been better than many European nations in acknowledging the facts on the ground, which is a sad testimony to what is happening around the world. But for all that, not enough has been done, and the facts on the ground remain the same. And over time, what happens is we get bitter, and we get distracted. And the searing images of children being slaughtered and women being assaulted start fading from view. And we start worrying about gas prices, and we start worrying about elections, and the priorities start drifting down until we no longer have the moral urgency that's required. A friend of mine who's no longer here, named Paul Simon, served for a time in the United States Senate, and he said something that bears on today. He said, during the Rwanda crisis, he said, if 100 people in every single congressional district had written to their senators and written to their representatives, then the atrocities that happened there would not have happened. That means that the same thing that happened in Rwanda can be stopped if everybody who is here today goes forth and makes sure that you multiply yourselves all across the nation. That each of you are representatives of not 100 people, but 1,000 people, and 10,000 people, and 100,000 people. Because I know that if we care, the world will care. If we bear witness, then the world will know. If we act, then the world will follow. And in every corner of the globe, tyrants and terrorists, powers and principalities will know that a new day is dawning and a righteous spirit is on the move, and that all of us together have joined hands to ensure that never again will these kinds of atrocities happen. I thank you all for being here. Keep up the good work. I love you. Thank you.
The next speaker is the governor of the great state of New Jersey. Is New Jersey in the house? Former senator. Another shout out to Senator William Payne and the work he did in making New Jersey the first state to divest its public pension funds from, ladies and gentlemen, Governor John Corzine.
What a beautiful sight. What a beautiful sight. He with so many who care so much about standing up against what is wrong, standing up and speaking out against the genocide in Darfur. Not on our watch. Not on our watch, right? I thank you all for being here, particularly my fellow New Jerseyans. Let's hear it from New Jersey. Donald Payne will be along in a minute. We care in New Jersey. We did have the first investiture law And we're standing up against genocide every day in our state.
The country in which 3.5 million lives of my people were being slaughtered by the government in Khartoum. And that is genocide, and we should not let that go. Hey, you the one you went from elementary school to high school to the colleges. You are the bones. And what you're doing today, it is showing the world that since the UN fell, you are telling them we are not going to settle down in Darfur. By you being here today, I'm having a clear message official to say that it is not a time to talk, let's walk to. The government of Sudan got away by slaughtering 3.5 million Africans in southern Sudan. The government of Sudan got away by slaughtering 250,000 in the Nuba Mountain. Today, the government is slaughtering 400,000 their fellow Muslims in Darfur. That is a shame. By you being here today, you're telling the world that we are standing in this fight together as brothers and sisters. The crisis in Sudan is not a crisis of Sudan, it is the world crisis. The crisis in Darfur, it is a human crisis, and we all fellow human beings are saying never again. And thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, they grow them tall in Sudan. But a man whose heart for his countrymen is taller than his height. Former NBA star who was born in Sudan, Manute Bol.
This is what we say a long time ago. About 10 years ago, 21 years ago, we was trying to tell the world that what's going on in South Sudan is genocide. Nobody believed us. Now I'm glad that people believe what's going on there is genocide. And this is what's been going on. It's been going on for a long time. In South Sudan, we lost 2.5 million people. And we were trying to tell the people that our people have been wiped out by Umar Bashir. Nobody believed us. Who gave Umar Bashir a license to kill people without the people taking action against him? What happened in South Sudan is happening right now with Darfur. And I'm glad that the name here is saying Save Darfur. Darfur people need to be safe. We don't need it in September. We don't need it in August. We need it now. What I'm trying to say here, please don't let it happen. What happened in South Sudanese, don't let it happen in Darfur. And I hope in the government, George Bush is the one to stop genocide in South Sudan. If he can do that again in Western Sudan, in Darfur, that would be good. And I think that he can do it with the support of the international community and the support of American people. And thank you for coming out. God bless you guys. Please keep it up. Thank you.
I'm heading for Sudan tomorrow, and if I find 10 of them as tall as him, I'm opening a franchise. You understand me? Darfurian refugee currently living in Ontario, Canada. Miss Taraji Mustafa, Executive Director of the Darfur Association of Canada.